everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shweta and in today's video I'll be going to show this Indian festival makeup look. So if you know how I achieved this beautiful look, then please keep on watching. So first we'll start with the skin prep. So for the skin prep, first I'll be going to use is this Sugandha antioxidant serum. So I'll be taking 4 to 5 drops of this serum and will be applying it on my face. So we'll warm this up and then we'll just pat it on the skin. And as you guys know, I have already mentioned in my earlier video, my skincare video. If you haven't yet seen, then please go and watch that video. And it is all about skin preparation, but it is by step, so you can go and see my video. That is my daytime skincare routine. So even daytime, like even while you're not applying makeup, you need to follow skincare routine on day and at night. So before makeup, and even if you're not doing your makeup, so on a regular basis as well. So the first step is serum and then we'll go on with moisturizer. So once this absorbs completely into our skin, we'll be applying moisturizer. So next I'll be applying moisturizer. So for today I'll be using this Clinique ID moisturizer. As you can see, it's completely over, it's just left a bit. I like this moisturizer so much and it works really very well on my skin. So next I'll be applying sunscreen. So today I'll be using this La Shield sunscreen and this is SPF 40. So always apply sunscreen. Never forget applying sunscreen. So whenever you step out of the house or whether you're at home, you need to apply sunscreen. So it is really very important. So if you want to age slower, then sunscreen is the solution. So always apply it. And now I'm applying Vaseline to just prep my lips before I start with the makeup. So by the time we apply lipstick, till then the lips will be moisturized with this Vaseline and we'll be ready for our lipstick step later. So I'll be doing first eyes and then we'll be going on with the base. So for the base, I'm going to use this Fit Me concealer as my eye makeup base. So we'll start with that. What I'll do, I'll just blend this first with this brush. This is a concealer brush. So this is a Pro Arte PF01 concealer brush for the application. So now what I'm going to do to give a proper shape, so I'll be taking a concealer and with a brush, a bit of concealer, not much, and will be shaping my eyebrows with this so that you know my brows would look very neat and sharp and clean. I'll just blend with this beauty blender. Once I'm done with blending it, now I'll just set it with the loose powder. So I'll be setting this now with the loose powder and then we'll start with the eye makeup. So whenever you set with the loose powder, always if you have applied your concealer and you're getting a crease over here, so what do? Just blend it with a beauty blender and then immediately apply a loose powder so you don't get a crease on your eyelid. So for today's eyeshadow look, I'm going to use this Anastasia Ballery Heels in Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow palette. So these, I mean, the shades, the colors of this eyeshadow palette is just amazing. So for the crease line, I'm going to use this burnt orange shade, and I'm taking this Pro Arte PF08 brush to crease my line with this. Always close your eyes and then do the crease line in a wiper motion with very soft handed. Don't apply pressure while you're applying your eyeshadow or while you're creasing your eyeshadow. I mean, you're blending your eyeshadow with this. And open your eyes and then blend it. So always use a lighter shade while making a crease line or as a transition shade. So the next shade I'm going to apply is this Real Gar shade. I'm going to apply this shade just below the crease line on my eyelid. So the next shade I'll be applying is this Cypress Umber shade. I'm gonna just pat it on the outer corner of the eyes just to give the depth to the look. So the next shade I'm going to apply on the inner corner. This is a bit shimmer shade. So this shade name is Primavera shade, if I'm spelling it right. So this is a shade and I'll be applying this with my fingers. So now for the eyeliner, I'll be using this NYX Epic Ink Liner. So we'll start with the base first and rest of the eye makeup we'll do it later. So for the primer today, I'll be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Blur Primer, and this is the original primer and it is silicone based primer. So I'll be using this on my T-zone area and wherever I have open pores on my cheek. So always remember, a little goes a long way. You should take a very little bit of primer and you need to apply it on your face and not much of, because the more you apply it, it will look cakey. Your makeup will look cakey and it will peel off, so don't do that. So what now I'll be using a corrector now, orange corrector, as I have a bit of dark circle, a deep dark circle. So I'm using an orange corrector or a peach corrector. You can use any, like it depends on from skin tone to skin tone. So if you have a darker skin tone, I would suggest that you should go for an orange corrector, and if you have a fair to medium, you should use a peach corrector. But yeah, if you have a very deep dark circles, then you can go for orange corrector. It depends from person to person and skin tone to skin tone. So I'm using a peach corrector today. So this is from Krylon and this is in the shade 303. And I'll be applying it wherever I have pigmentation. And we'll blend this out with a beauty blender, or you can use your fingers as well to blend it out. So wherever I've applied a very tiny bit of it, I'll just blend with my fingers. I think that is much more easier than using a blender, as the area where I've applied, it's a very tiny bit of corrector and there is not much of, so it's better you blend it with the. For the concealer today, I'll be using my go-to Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. This is in the shade 130 medium, and on the same spots where I've applied the corrector, peach corrector, I'll be applying concealer. So I'll be blending this with the beauty blender, with the damp beauty blender. Just dab, 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 dab. So I'll be blending this first, and then I'll be blending my under eye area later, so that it just gets sets and the coverage of the concealer would come up. So I'll take the pointier end and I'll be blending it. For foundation today, I'll be using one of my favorite foundation, which I usually wear on occasional basis, and this lasts really very long, so it's a long lasting foundation. So this is Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. So this is in the shade Cashew, and I'll be applying this with Max Stroke Cream in the shade Pink Light. So I'll be mixing this two and I'll be applying it to give that glowy look. So I'll be taking it on the back of my hand. So I'll blend this out very fast now, so it doesn't dries out. So the remaining, I'll be blending it on neck. So whenever you apply foundation, do drag it till the neck, so that there is no difference between your face and the neck. So it should always look seamless. So now quickly I'm going to bake my under eye, and then we'll be applying the rest of the eyeshadow on the lower lashes. So I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Luxurious Banana Powder. So just bake it lightly. And we'll remove this excess once we are done with the eye makeup. I mean on the lower lash line, which is left. So now I'll be using kajal. So for the kajal today, I'm using Plum Nature Studio All Day Wear Kohl Kajal in the shade Black, and I'll be applying it on my waterline. So what I'll do, I'll just dust it off this loose powder, and then I'll do the rest of the eye makeup. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same eyeshadow which we used it on the crease line, on the lower lash line. And then I will be blending it the kajal once I am done applying this on the lower lash line. To just give a depth, I'll be using a darker shade which I used it at the end. So now I'll be applying mascara. So for the mascara today, I'll be using Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. So before applying the mascara, we'll curl my eyelashes. So I'm using a Vega eyelash curler and I'll be curling my eyelash with this. So if you have not yet seen my video on how to apply mascara, and if you don't know how to apply mascara in detail, I have done a video. I'll link down that in the description box below so you can check it out. So I'm going to use just a single coat of this mascara as I am going to apply false eyelashes. So I'm removing the excess from the wand so that your lashes doesn't clump out. Now I'll be blending it out with the beauty blender. Whenever you're blending it on the forehead, just blend it towards your hairline. So now I'll be setting my base with a loose powder. So for blush, I'm using this Makeup Revolution palette. My one and only one blush palette. Actually, I prefer palettes because you get so many shades in one palette and not the single ones. So okay, so I'll be using the peach shade from this one. So I'll be taking an angular brush. So this is a Pro Arte AF11 brush and I'll be applying it on my cheeks. Just tap off the excess if you have taken more. Smile and then apply. So whenever you are applying blush, you just don't apply on your like apple of the cheeks, not only here, because that will look like a joker. So you don't want to feel and look like a joker. So you just need to blend it on the upwards. So just blend it while applying, just blend it on the upward. So now I'll be using highlighter. This is one of my favorite. I've been using this since last year. So this is my favorite Becca highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop. So I'll be applying this with fan brush. This is from the Krylon and this is 1731 brush. So the last step is lipstick. So before applying lipstick, I'm going to apply this Huda Beauty Trendsetter lip pencil. And then we'll go on with the lipstick. So for the lipstick, I'm using this Maybelline Creamy Matte in the shade Craving For. And I'm going to apply it just on the center of my lips and we'll just blend it out with the fingers. So the last step is setting spray. So I'll be spraying the setting spray. This is a MAC Prep and Prime setting spray and I'll set all my makeup with this. So this is the final look, guys. So that's it, guys, for today's video. I hope you like this simple, easy, traditional Indian festive look. So if you like this look, then please give a thumbs up to this video, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.